Segregation. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. How you doing, man? This is Lefty Locker Room Conversations. Lefty Locker Room Conversations, man. Lefty State of Mind Podcast. How y'all feeling? Here to talk about all the coonery that's going on as always. First and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to King George Foreman, the whole Foreman family, all his sons, his wife. Salute to the God. Legendary champion. He's one of the heavyweights I've watched on the come up. I started out as a light heavyweight. He's one of the guys that they told us to study, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of different reasons, whether it was power, hitting a punching bag, body work, counter punches, staying in the pocket, and just being a thinker as a fighter. So I definitely want to salute the God, George Foreman, and his family, and prayers to his family, man. It's a lot going on, man. I'm here. I'm waiting for everything to build up. Wait for some people to come in. I want to get y'all input on this whole thing going on with just everything. Whether Trump signing all these documents with the segregation, the JFK, CS, FBI files and stuff like that. Everything coming out. The big U's, the brick babies, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? The podcasters. The niggas interviewing these people, you know what I'm saying? The people accepting a couple dollars to either tell on people or incriminate themselves. So I want to see how y'all feel about all this shit, man. You know? Talk to me. When did it all start? But until everybody build up, I'm looking at the positive side of things when it comes to this so-called segregation situation, because you got to understand, this is we're not new to the game. Definitely not new to the game. We've had 1,001 history lessons on just civil rights, the whole trades, the whole just everything, governmental situations, tea parties, taxes, just everything from the come up, whether it was elementary, just coming up. We heard it all. We've seen it all. Some of us probably didn't live through it, you know what I'm saying? But we've heard the stories through our grandparents, and older generations that lived through it. We've had our own personal racist experiences within my generation on the come up, but it wasn't as bad and as crucial as what we've seen. So with that being said, I look at the positive side of what's going on now as far as the so-called segregation situation. You gotta let me explain what I mean by that. It's pros and cons and everything. It's positive and negative and everything. But think about it. Y'all heard the slogan, "We not our ancestors." So with that being said, we've seen the beatings. We've seen the ancestors get locked up for marches and, you know what I'm saying, standing up for what was right. They fought for, whatever they fought for. We've seen the dog bites. We've seen them getting sprayed down. We've seen the houses getting caught on fire. We've seen the burning crosses in front of the front yards, backyards. We've seen them burning our churches. We've seen them running up in our cribs, taking our, you know what I'm saying? We've seen all that. So with that being said, why not have segregation? If we've seen what we've seen throughout history, you think it's going to work this go around? Especially with the Gen Zs, Gen X, whatever you want to call it, the millennials and the Gen Zs and Gen Xs. You really think that's going to work out for you guys? Throughout the years, within the last 5 years from the pandemic on, or just throughout, I'm going to say, have you not seen the fuck around and find outs? Have you not seen the Karens and everybody involved? What about the Montgomery fight? Did you forget about that? Did y'all forget about the security that was working and it was some blue-eyed, you know what I'm saying? Some blue-eyes trying to bully the dude, and our people seen him on the boat from afar, came up aboard, and started putting some belts to asses. Did y'all forget about that? Did y'all forget about all the Karen videos that was sent uh, all over the world on YouTube and Instagrams and World Stars of Karen just coming onto our properties or coming into our, walking up to our cars and trying to be animated and cause a chaos in the scene. But if it wasn't for our cameras and our camera phones, some of us would have either been in jail or, know what I'm saying, it would have been their words against ours. So that's the blessing of today's day and time with these camera phones for our protection. You know what I'm saying? So have y'all not seen all that throughout history as far as the fuck around and find outs? So what makes you think that it'll work this time? The thing is, this go around, y'all see we not having it. Y'all seen how the Gen Zs and Gen Xs and millennials put on. I'm talking about going back to Sean Bell, going back to homeboy that got choked out in Queens, that was selling cigarettes, and got choked out by the police. Going back to the Sandra Bland's, going back to homeboy that got the foot on his neck and died. So with that being said, all throughout the years with all that shit going on, we seen how the Gen X's and the millennials put on, whether it was looting, whether it was protesting, marching, they was hurt in some way, shape, or form. Not always did we hurt their pockets, but we did hurt businesses a little bit, you know what I'm saying, by standing in the middle of the streets, not letting traffic go, you know what I'm saying? And just whatever came within that whole era of just the lootings, the fightings, the protestings, just they seen that this generation is not having it. So I feel like, we invite the segregation. Why not? I feel like this needs to happen. Look at the positive in it. It forces us to unite. You niggas are scared to do that. So I feel like this is what better time. I mean, it took homeboy to do it, but what better time than now for them to speak on so-called, you know what I'm saying, the segregation term, but it sounds fucked up. But at the same time, you got to dig a little bit deeper into that because within us, it's going to force us to unite. It's going to force us to shop within our own neighborhood. That generates money within our own communities and our own neighborhoods. It's going to stop us from going to their shit and buying whatever they got going in their neighborhoods and in their parts of towns and their cities. It's going to force us to spend money in our restaurants. It's going to generate. We spend the most money in the world. We the only race that spends the most money out of all races in the world. That's just a known fact. So I mean, why not? All that's going to do is generate more money within our cultures. What we need to do within that, we've been bitching and moaning about not owning no sports teams, not owning too much business in a rap game, R&B game, just not owning business at all when it comes to just entertainment and just having your own, especially if we the dominant race that's running shit. Whether it's sports, fashion, TV, entertainment, anything you could think of, we the culture, we running shit, and we the trendsetters. So why not segregate that? Keep that in the pot. Keep that within our shit. Get rid of all the culture vultures. I just did a last podcast. I will be posting. It's similar. It's damn near similar to this one where I spoke on this segregation shit as far as why not. For one, because we are not our ancestors. We fight back. You can't pull a Gen Z or millennial to a plantation and say we about to be working for the man. You can't do that. And they know they can't do that in these times. So they try every trick and antic in the book to try to discourage us or have us scraping and scrambling. But every time they've tried, we always came out, know what I'm saying, with fur coats and know what I'm saying, came out on top, so they know it does not work. So with that being said, why not do the segregation? All that's going to do is going to unite us and force us to spend the dollar where it needs to go. It's going to force us to come together. Maybe we stop shooting each other and getting crazy within each other with the segregation shit, because now it's forced. Now we all we got. So why not? Niggas ain't scared of no segregation. This is not 1920s. You know what I'm saying? Understand that. We sat back and we've watched. We did our homework to know how to operate within these times if they tried to do whatever they did at that time, which is sick the dogs on niggas and send niggas to jail for doing what's right and telling you can't go in this restaurant. We don't want to eat at your restaurants anyway. You niggas can't cook. Y'all come to our restaurants. Y'all come within our shows. Y'all come to our. If you go to a Travis Scott concert, you're gonna see damn near 75% of the blue eyes. That's a fact. Vultures. So it's like, why not? I feel like this is it got its pros and cons. It got its good and bad in it. But the positive way around it is that it's gonna force us to unite. It's gonna make us stronger. It's going to give us the mind frame of we all we got, knowing that everybody's against us. So why not? And we have the knowledge to do whatever it is. I mean, go to Atlanta. Atlanta got the most black businesses you can think of in any city right now. That's damn near Africa right now. You know what I'm saying? They calling that the motherland for the blacks when it comes to trying to be an entrepreneur and get some shit going. Other cities too is growing, you know what I'm saying? Texas. They already been who they was. LA, you know what I'm saying? A lot. I mean, we been getting a lot of money way before the pandemic. Like, this is not yesterday. You know what I'm saying? The black man, the black woman, the black community is definitely rising when it comes to businesses, ownership, and just being their own man. So we're not scared of segregation. We're not our grandmothers and grandfathers. They see how the Gen Z and the millennials put on, whether it's trying to get their point across. We've seen it. It's documented. Like I said, with the Montgomery situations, or just with all the situations with the PD, with the police departments. We've seen how they reacted to situations. Even all the movements, the Black Lives Matters movements. Even though we know it's a corrupt system, but we've seen how our generation, which is the millennials and the Gen Zs and shit like that, we've seen how we're totally different from our ancestors. So, like I said, we are the ones that sat back and watched how they got treated, watched what was done to them. So I know they don't think that's going to happen with us. You know what I'm saying? And we always figure shit out. That's one thing about black people. We've been figuring it out. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? By them saying that, it's not doing us no harm. We've been getting money. We've been had our own housing, and we've been figuring it out since. No matter what they thrown at us, we've been figuring it out since the jump. So I feel like this is a good, positive. Like I said, everything got its good, its pros and its cons, but I feel like this is positive for our community. It's going to force us to build. It's going to force us to grow. It's going to force us to have the mind frame of we all we got. It's going to keep the money in our community. We can kick the motherfuckers out of our community. Like I said in the last podcast, you go to New York City, niggas own everything in our hood but us. You got the Arabs, you got the Pakistanians, own all the corner stores, the Pakistanis, the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans. They own all the bodegas, all the corner stores. Pakistan, Iranians, just the whole Middle Eastern run all the corner stores. Make all the sandwiches, do everything, sell all the Lucy's. The Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, they own half the damn corner stores within New York City. Then you got the Chinese, they got their own territory. It's called Chinatown in Manhattan. I can't make this up. Everybody owns some shit within the hood except for us. That's why they look at us like we retarded. Look, the Chinese, the Asians, the Japanese, the Vietnamese, them motherfuckers own all the laundromats within the hood. I'm spitting game. Listen to me. Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, that whole community, they own all the Chinese restaurants in the hood. They own all the laundromats, all the nail salons, all the variety stores, all the 99-cent stores. all the Dollar Generals, uh, shit like that. The foreigners in New York, we call the foreigners West Indians, the Caribbeans. They got the whole medical field on lock, whether it's dentistry, uh, doctors, just the whole medical field on lock. They own that. They got that. So it's like you got all these foreigners within the city. I'm not even talking about the South or just the West Coast. I'm just talking about within my city, within the hood. Whatever time they close they shit down, whether it's the laundromat, the liquor store, or we ain't even talk about the liquor stores. The Chinese own all the liquor stores in the hood and within the city. Whatever time they close down, I've seen it. I'm one of them guys that been outside walking home. I'm from New York. We walk everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But walking home 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm seeing them shutting down with that bag. You know what I'm saying? 2 people watching, making sure niggas ain't no stick-up kids around the corner or walking the streets. But they walking outside with that bag. That's the bag for I guess the week. What they accumulated through the week, or maybe they shut, you know what I'm saying, the money that they made for the day, or how, you know how business go, but shit like that, I've seen it. Work all day, shut it down 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes they'll shut the store down and still be working. You know what they do? They shut the store down and open the window on the side on the side of the store. That shit run 24 hours. Niggas making money all day within the hood. We do that. They say we selling drugs. I come out of a side of town called Brownsville. In Brownsville, it consists of a lot of foreigners as far as West Indians, right? So the West Indians, they got money, they got businesses, they do the same thing the Chinese and the Pakistanians do within the hood. But what they do is, as far as the corner stores, if they do got a corner store, it's like a variety store, candy store. They sell their candies, you know what I'm saying? Your backwoods, your roll-ups, you know what I'm saying? Just regular hood shit. It's like a smoke shop. But the boys roll through the hood and they see that shit open after 10, 11 o'clock. They running up in there. We got, now all of a sudden they selling drugs. They running up in there, shutting shit down. They close for 2, 3 days now, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they really is running the business. They got a grill outside, cooking up jerk chicken, curry chicken all day, you know what I'm saying? Serving plates, $5, $6, $7 plates. You don't think they get harassed? But the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, you know what I'm saying? And anything but us, they can get outside and hustle, set up shop at any corner and sell teddy bears and won't shit get done to them. Police ride right past them. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Maybe segregation is okay. Get these motherfuckers out of our hoods, out our neighborhoods. Let all the laundry, get y'all ass up out the laundry mats, out the corner stores, you know what I'm saying? And let us work within our hoods. Black men, get up in that laundry mat. Get up in that liquor store. You know what I'm saying? Get up in the black woman, get up in them nail shops. You know what I'm saying? Where the Chinese lady once was, inside our neighborhoods. You walking a block down to go get your nails done. Got the China lady, you know what I'm saying, making all the money, massaging the whole hood. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the segregation shit is needed for us. I don't care about nobody else. I'm talking about us, our people, because it's gonna force. Maybe this is the universe saying, you know what I'm saying, somebody had to do it. Because if it wasn't done now, it'd have never been done. And I'm not even talking about segregation. I'm talking about as far as us uniting. Fuck the segregation part. Just a uniting standard side of things as a people. Outside of the people, as man and woman, as your spouse, just being good to each other. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole race as a whole within us. I feel like it needed to happen, and we always talk about it, but we never really be about it. So some things got to be forced up on us. You know what I'm saying? And we go from there. So this shit needed to be done because I feel like from a positive bird's eye view, I feel like once you get all them up out our hoods, you know what I'm saying? They can't still. They're already stealing money, taking money, food out our kids' mouth. I don't see nothing wrong with it. All that's gonna do is generate more money, and it's gonna build a bigger bond. We're gonna build just. I think we're gonna become a better unit of people once that happens. You know what I'm saying? Whose feelings is we hurting? Our feelings ain't hurt, but whose feelings is we hurting by saying It's nothing wrong with you not eating at our restaurants, and it's just our people, or you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers that we allow, or motherfuckers that just love us in general. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with it, because the truth of the matter is, when we step inside their neighborhood, it's an automatic neighborhood watch. Automatic. When them motherfuckers come over here, wherever we at, you know what I'm saying? Don't no police get called. Ain't nobody coming outside watching them walk from block to block, watching their movements, shook up and scared and shit, scraping and scrambling because they see the blue eyed or the other men walking the street. But let your ass go over there to a different side of town where they barely see your ass. I guarantee you the whole city is on neighborhood watch from the time you go into your crib to the time you step out. That's a fact. So why the fuck not? We the only race that get the most done to us, but so nice to the outside race. Why? For what? Get y'all ass up out our neighborhoods. Take y'all money and take it to wherever y'all been, you know what I'm saying, been sending y'all money off to. And invest within y'all cities and y'all towns, you know what I'm saying? In which they've always done. We just got the ass end of the stick, and we sometimes a little bit slower than others. But if not now, when is the right time? So I feel like, yo, for all the ones bitching and complaining about this segregation shit, those probably the ones on Section 8 and fucking food stamps and just not doing shit, smoking hell, you know what I'm saying? Just barely got no motion. Getting their information off of Instagram and not really digging deep into the core of the situation. You got to dig deep into it. Do your homework. You know what I'm saying? Don't just talk out your ass, or don't just read something real quick, or see a quick little meme or a quick little video and base everything off of that. Do your own homework. It's positive and negative and everything, but the positive side of this, a lot of positive comes out of this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the way people handle it in the midst of it, we don't know how the shit gonna go. But as far as our people, I feel like it's forcing us. This is a chess move. It's forcing us to learn how to work with each other, learn how to work amongst each other, learn how to unite. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to spend money within our own businesses, or find, you know what I'm saying, go Google, find just, you know what I'm saying, all the black businesses, or just anybody within that nature where you can spend it at, where you can eat at, fucking vacate at, you know what I'm saying? Just all that. So it's needed. It is what it is. I don't like the wording of it, you know what I'm saying, or how they trying to make it seem like it's going to be 1920s all over again. It can never be that unless you allow it. We are not our grand, you know what I'm saying? We not that. So we know it's not going to turn to that. We know we overcome anything they throw at us, and anything they throw at us, it never works, because we them guys. We the melanated people, just like, we know what it is to live through bullshit, go through bullshit. I mean, we've seen it all by now. So I feel like it's a good look. I just want to see how my people going to respond to it, how we going to respond to it, how we actually going to you know what I'm saying, build off the shit, and is we going to be as aggressive toward them how they are aggressive toward us, not on the physical altercation standpoint, but as far as standing on business within your neighborhood, your city, your businesses, your friends' businesses, your co-workers' businesses. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by the uniting and standing together. You see the motherfuckers come in and they don't look like they trying to do no good, run them motherfuckers about the neighborhood the same way they try to run us about the neighborhood. Make them uncomfortable when they walk into our businesses, our restaurants, or our bars to sit down and drink. Stare at their asses. Make them uncomfortable until they get up and say, you know what, we're going to go somewhere else. Because they feel like niggas ain't supposed to have no money. They feel like niggas ain't supposed to be going to nice places. It's been times I done been to places where, shit, you probably the only nigga there, but all eyes on you and whoever you with on some shit like, what are you doing here? How did you get here? Where is your room at? You know what I'm saying? How did you get so much money to be able to, nigga, if you don't get your ass up out my face, And those be the times where I pull out a knot right in front of their face, just to show them, nigga, yeah, I'm supposed to be here. Fuck is wrong with you? So yeah, um, we need that. We need that because I mean, we strong as a people, but we weak in the mind when it comes to I don't know why, but you know, my people feel like the other man outside of us is more. It's just like they word is law. You know what I'm saying? Like they Jesus Christ or something, not knowing themselves for real. You get what I'm saying? So this is needed. I'm glad it's coming. I'm glad everybody's showing their true colors. I'm glad the truth is out with a lot. I'm glad that you know you don't gotta like the way a person do things. You don't gotta like the way a person word things. But you know the facts is the facts, and you just gotta see how this play out. We done been through it all. I mean, what's this? What is this gonna What more can hurt you? I mean, we know how to move in a room full of vultures, and we know how to get money in the dark. So it's like, what are we talking about? I feel like it's needed. I don't like the term segregation, but I kind of like where it's, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle, but I like the idea of keeping them out and keeping us in. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, they thieves. They done stole everything from us from the jump. When we had Black Wall Street, we didn't had it all already. Black businesses, everything. Our own bars, our own liquor stores, our own laundromats, our own churches, our own everything. It wasn't until they came in and started taking shit, locking niggas up, stealing, you know what I'm saying, lying, thieving, just all that. From the beginning of times, we always mind our business, create some shit, and they come in trying to peep game and see how check the flavor, check the sauce of the flavor, check the flavor in the sauce. So it's like this is nothing new. So this is needed. It's needed. I don't like the term segregation, but I like the idea of it's being forced for us to unite. It's being forced for us to spend our money, kick them out of our shit, toughen up. You know what I'm saying? Get that hard shell back on, and it's forcing us to go back to being united, trusting each other, going to your neighbor to talk to him, asking for something, building with your neighbor, building with your, you know what I'm saying? Not being all this new shit I don't know about. I know about what I'm talking about right now. I know about loyalty. I know about family. I know about fucking I don't know about that backdoor shit. I know how to get rid of niggas, but all that shit that's going on now, that's not me. So I'm cut from you know what I'm saying? We all cut, everybody cut from a certain cloth. But the cloth that's cut today, I'm not a part of it. So all this segregation shit, cool, we need it. Maybe everybody need to go in their corner and get their mind right. You know what I'm saying? Work on their tribes, their family, their community, and their city. You know what I'm saying? Everything within their city limits and states. Because right now, everybody can't mingle. Everybody can't be in the same room. Everybody can't party together. Why? Because we're not all on the same page like we once was, which is cool, you know. Shit happens. Shit come back around full circle. But I mean, it is what it is. So that's how I'm feeling on that. Um, Felicia, I see you. How you feel about what's going on with this so-called segregation thing going on? I got some more topics to talk about. It's just like this one right here is kind of standing out to me because it's like, I mean, come on, what are we talking about? It's 2025. The mind frames is different. Like the world is different. Like, you know, just everything is totally different for you to even think that you would take it that far with our people. You get what I'm saying? We just, like I said, if fuck around to find out was a person, y'all gonna find out. Just, I mean, but outside of that, like I said, it's a lot of positive. It's a lot of positive in that too. You know what I'm saying? Because we need, sometimes you need that person to give you that push, and that push that we need is that unity push, that learning how to work with each other push, learning how to talk with each other push, learning how to build, learning how to not be scared to knock on your neighbor's door no more, and actually have real life building sessions for an hour, 2 hours every other night. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we do need our own churches. We don't need the man coming in there listening to our game plan. Maybe we need our own sports teams. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need our own daycares. Put our own children. We probably don't want to, you know what I'm saying? We need our own daycare facilities with just us. You know what I'm saying? Because who know us better than we know us? And at the same time, I'm not saying our people is all angels and shit like that, because everybody's fucked up. It ain't got nothing to do with race. Everybody's fucked up in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's trauma, childhood trauma, whether it's fucking just life experiences, whether it's know what I'm saying, you just a introvert ass person that just don't like being around too much energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody fucked up in some way, shape, or form. But at the same time, it's who can stand still with in the midst of all the chaos and know how to think while standing still in the midst of all the chaos. So talk to me. I want to know what y'all feel, how y'all feel about this situation. Outside of that, I wanted to talk about and some of this is on the last podcast too, but you know it is what it is. We hit. Y'all know about the brick baby, the loose cannons, the big U's, the whole 60, the whole rolling 60 situation. Outside of that, you had niggas like NWAs and what's that nigga name? Uncle Luke. NWA Uncle Luke. I'm gonna just use them. I'm gonna use them too. NWA, everybody within that group, Uncle Luke. At that time, I don't for the young ones that don't know, Uncle Luke was one of them guys that went to court and fought for parental rights and guidance type shit on the albums and all that, because at the time they was trying to ban hip hop and they was trying to ban lyrics and lock you up for your lyrics at that time. So what's going on now? People getting locked up for their lyrics and videos and just songs and shit like that. Shouts out to the God Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke was one of them guys that they tried to come at the time, maybe in the 80s, early 90s, for his lyrics. And he beat them. He beat the system. So that's why you niggas can curse on your albums. You can talk explicit. You can do whatever, know what I'm saying? Because of that. But after a while, the game started changing with this. Niggas really started going to jail for stuff that they were speaking in their songs. After a while, and they was using the lyrics in court. We talking 90s shit. We ain't even speed up to today's timing. But I bring that up because in today's timing, we've seen a lot of artists, some artists get locked in. We've seen them go to trial, and we've seen the judge try to use their lyrics against them for on trial, or for court dates and stuff like that. They try to use their lyrics against them to put them in jail, and some guys is actually in jail off the strength of their lyrics type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about doing numbers. I don't know, like YMW Melly and Dirt. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of people over time. But with that being said, in this day and time, in this new day, you got something. It's a whole nother wave of commentary that's getting niggas locked up now. You know what I'm saying? And it's called podcasting. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. When I first got on this thing, I told people, I said, you know what? I had this podcast system for 4 months before I actually broke it open and started actually trying to, fucks with it. My reason for is because, like I told you guys, I'm cut from that cloth, and it's a lot of niggas alive, and I'm not one of them guys that can't go back to my city. I visit whenever I feel like it or whenever I get time. So it's like you'll run into some gangsters, or you'll run into some old heads that really been outside doing whatever they was doing, or me sitting amongst these guys on a come up as a teenager or in my 20s, listening to their stories, project stories, hood stories, and shit like that. Who am I to come on here and speak on that? You know what I'm saying? Speak on what I sat down and witnessed or what I've seen other men do type shit. I didn't come on here for that. And this is the reason why a lot of dudes is getting locked up and getting indicted and getting RICO'S. So with that being said, that's why it took me like 4 months to actually crack this thing open and like get this shit going, because I'm like, yo, you got some niggas, clout and attention is a hell of a drug these days. Niggas don't care about nothing. They care about attention more than they care about integrity, morals, just anything. Like that goes for man and woman. Like attention and clout is what people feed off of these days. So with that being said, the attention and the clout is getting you niggas in jail, getting you bitches knocked off. Know what I'm saying? Kidnapped, all type of shit, because you get your ass online and you promote. But let's get back on topic. We talking about the lyrics and how they used to use your lyrics back in the days to get you locked. So now in this day and time, it's not only the lyrics, they using interviews. But at the same time, it's like a double-edged sword, because look, you got some niggas in the hood that ain't really got no bread for real. And these podcasts, some of these podcasts is like avenues for these dudes to make money. You know what I'm saying? The streets is over. You ain't selling no Yola and doing nothing too crazy these days without getting caught like that and then doing football numbers. So niggas is trying to find ways to eat. On top of that, we living in an era where, like I said, attention and clout is the revenue. So they do the dumbest shit. And sometimes the dumbest shit can get you one false move and cost you. So that's what's been going on. But back on topic, you got the podcast game right now, and like I said, you got a lot of niggas in the hood, maybe neighborhood superstars or just hood niggas that been around to see some things. You know what I'm saying? See actual crimes or done actual crimes or know people with a certain name that, you know what I'm saying, have done certain things type shit. But at the same time, they money ain't right. So what happens? You find a dude like Adam, 22, white boy that don't know nothing about the hood, but loves hearing the stories. You know what I'm saying? He get a thrill off the stories. He get a thrill off of just that gangster shit, right? Hood shit, right? So what he'll do is, this is just not only him, this is just if you know type shit, right? So what he'll do is he'll offer, let's say, $500, depending on the person, because some niggas just ain't got a number. They'll take $2 if you offer it to them. So for the bum niggas, he'll offer like $500. He'll fly you out, get you a room and all that, set you up, give you a little $500, come on the show. But for this $500, I'm not gonna be asking you no questions for you to just get up here and just not tell me nothing, not say nothing, just sit up here, shake your head yes and no and all. Nah, this $500, I'm gonna ask you some questions. I need you to answer and respond in detail, and that's what's going on. So with that being said, when they tell these stories, 9 times out of 10, these stories be about other motherfuckers on what other people have done or what they've seen. They may tell them maybe 2% of what they've done, but like it's mainly just snitching on self and others. You know what I'm saying? So niggas pay to play. They play it. They get paid to they in their mind. They think they're getting an interview because they just regular hood nigga, don't know business, don't know nothing about the entertainment business, don't know nothing. So they just think they get an interview, and they followers is gonna go up. Meanwhile, the feds is watching. You done told a whole story about homeboy down the block selling plates of Yola. You done told 3 stories about homegirl down the block that lined up homeboy 2 months ago. You done told your man's whole background on how he moving and how he make plays. Next thing you know, you leave Adam or you leave whatever podcast you at, forgetting that it's real life outside. We get a story 2 weeks later, oh, such and such been gunned down. Such and such got backdoored. You motherfuckers got to understand the difference between snitching and telling your truth. Know the difference between talking too fucking much and speaking facts within telling your truth. Because once you step outside of that and start speaking on other people's shit, that's when the wolves come out. Plain and simple. I mean, some of these guys is like in their 40s too. Maybe in their 40s, even 50s, know what I'm saying? Whack 100, I ain't scared to say names. Fuck that. You got niggas up here, 40s, 50s, know what I'm saying? Doing the same dumb shit the young niggas is doing for attention, right? And then they forget, once they turn that phone off and the camera's off, you got to go outside with your family. You got kids, right? You got to go sit down and go eat. You got to go to the movie theaters. You got to do regular, everyday life activity. This is what they forget. They so caught up in this social media, they forget that it's real life outside. That is real life still happening. So you telling a story about Shaniqua that lives, let's say, 5-10 miles from where you actually sitting and recording at. Meanwhile, Shaniqua Mans is a shooter. You done told her whole life story, turned your camera off, took your ass to Walmart, ran into Shaniqua and the homie, and now your ass is stinking somewhere because you needed attention. Clout chasing, right? Trying to make money off of other people's lifestyles, other people's stories. But that's today. No, that's what we in today. Now, like I said, it's a difference between snitching and telling your truth. It's a difference between talking too motherfucking much and speaking facts within telling your truth. I mean, it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Moving on, we're gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot to talk about, but you know, we just giving game right now. We doing a little ism right now. So we're gonna talk about the big homies, right? The big homies. Y'all still got big homies? Y'all niggas still looking up to and listening to these niggas? Y'all don't see what's going on, all the RICO'S, all the indictments, all these niggas that's telling, all these niggas that y'all think is top of the line gangster on some mob shit, right? The same ones that y'all think is gangster and that's on that type of time, and it's the same ones going to tell. You know why? Because they want to come back home. They want to see their family. These niggas can't fathom 20 years doing 25, 30, 40. I mean, it's documented. Just go online, within the last 3-4 years, all the niggas that you thought would not tell, just go online and look it up. I mean, so with that being said, Big U, Brick Baby, let's talk about it. Big U supposed to be the big homie, one of the big homies, or one of the co-founders. He's not really the big homie. I mean, I can't really say too much, but he's not really the big homie of rolling 60s in today's timing. He's just like one of the co-founders, one of the niggas that put on within the 80s, and was a big homie at one point of the rolling 60s. But the nigga went to jail already. Did damn near 15, 20. He just came home, let's say 6-7 years ago. That don't make him, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all niggas still got faith in big homies? This big homie shit? If y'all don't know, the streets is dead, man. The streets is a myth. If you niggas is outside still claiming gang, still gang banging, still doing whatever you doing on a block, and you think niggas ain't watching, you're stupid. Go up under a rock and bury yourself. Dig a hole and bury yourself. Retarded. I mean, the technology is too crazy. You can't even trap how you want to trap for real on these phones. It's not like back in the days where we had flip phones and throwaways. You go right to Family Dollar, right to Dollar Tree, and get you one of them crackhead cricket phones and trap for 2 weeks straight, throw that bitch out and buy another one. If I'm lying, I'm flying. This is back when you could take batteries out, take SIM cards out. You could finagle the bagel. This is real trap star shit. Listen. Not no more. How you trapping on a smartphone? You niggas is weird. How you trapping on a smartphone? So I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta get some business about yourself, and you know what I'm saying? And if you gonna make money telling stories, make money off of telling your own story. You see, look, I can talk about Buster. You know why? Because not one time was I telling Buster's business. I'm a real nigga. I've been outside and I know how the streets work and I just know how life work. You niggas is brand new to outside and this is why you're getting smoked in 2.3 minutes. I told my truth. Once again, listen, it's a difference between snitching and telling the truth. It's a difference between talking too much and telling your truth with while speaking facts. Niggas can get mad at the truth. So if you catch me speaking on another man or on another female or however this shit go, just know that there's some facts within it. And I'm not talking just to be talking. So when I was telling the stories about Dexter Jackson, Busta Rhymes, Lord Jamar, Murder Mook, just anybody, it's documented. Got pictures up and all, videos, whatever. I wasn't telling their story. I was telling my story within being around them, my experiences, what I've seen within my eyes, what I've done, the niggas I choked out through windows, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. Like, and anytime I got fronted on, I explain on how I put on, and while doing the job and working celebrity detail. When I speak on situations like Buster getting loud and talking crazy, like that's not telling his business. That's telling my truth of him talking crazy to me and us having a little verbal exchange and a disagreement and moving forward. That's not, it's a difference. You niggas is green while trying to be gangster. It's a difference between snitching and telling the truth and telling your truth. And it's a difference between talking too much and, just speaking facts while telling your truth. So, with that being said, you just got to get all the clowns off the streets, and it look like they're doing a lot of cleaning up. You are your own big homie. I'm gonna tell the young niggas that, man. Ain't no such thing as a big homie. We know that. When you young, you don't know that. When you're young, you're not able to get a job. You're not able to get too much things that you want. You're not old enough to get a job. You're not able to get the things that you really want. And you get easily influenced. So let's say, this is real life shit. I was a part of that. Let's say you 12, 13, 14 years old. You go outside. It's a lot of shit you want. You may, maybe going to junior high school. You may want some sneakers. You may, like to get fly. You may like to go eat a lot. You may like to go out to play. You know what I'm saying? Go out every other weekend with your friends or whatever y'all do. Skating at the time. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So coming from where I come from at the time, niggas used to stand on the corner. The average drug dealer used to stand on the corner, every corner, whether it was in front of the corner store or just whether it was on the corner of the block or just like, 100 niggas on one stoop. And those be the ones that was getting money. We didn't know it at the time. I didn't know we didn't know what they was doing. It just looked like they was having a good time. Laughing, talking to chickens, that every chicken that walked by, drinking, smoking, rolling dice. It don't matter, But I just know that you should see them posted all day, every day, same spot on the corner. Whole time they getting money. But with that being said, you may run into one, get influenced. They may talk to you. You may hear some things that they like. They may tell you, look, I put a couple dollars in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You just do this for me. You be a runner. You do, know what I'm saying? Whatever the situation is, and boom, just like that. You don't even know it. Now you blood. Now you crip. Now you robbing. Now you stealing. Because of the money. You can be controlled by the money when you young. You know what I'm saying? When you young and don't know too much. But as you get older, you probably get locked up a couple times. Niggas run on you when it's go time. Same niggas that was eating with you, know what I'm saying? You thinking when it's go time, they gonna put on with you, but they run. You know what I'm saying? Once you just start living life and seeing shit, you know what I'm saying? You learn that you your own big homie. Ain't nobody gonna pay you like you pay yourself, for one. For two, you get into some shit, can't nobody tell on you but you. I learned this as a young nigga. And this is the problem with today's time. And the young niggas ain't learned this at a young age. They just jumped off the porch at whatever age they jumped off and just learned as they went. At the same time, I can jump off the porch and learned as I went, but at the same time, we had niggas still controlling, know what I'm saying, the movements. You wasn't catching nobody's without reporting this, know what I'm saying? It was a little bit of structure. Like, just a little bit. I ain't gonna say, oh, my time was this. Nah, it was just like, certain things you just wasn't about to do, just like, oh, Willie.